Morning, dear hearts. We are starting our third review. Hooray! And please subscribe. So we start always with the introduction to the review because there's so much good information that we are given, not only about how we should practice and approach this new review, but also this one in particular is talking to us about whether or not we will do it and about our willingness or our unwillingness to do the review lessons. There are many who don't really want to do the review. I've done that. I know that lesson, and they'll skip the review and go to the next set of new lessons. That is not the intent. The intent is really to have a second chance at looking at those lessons and to take them deeper into our own mind. These thoughts are all about the reversal of our present thought system. So the more that we do them, the more that our thought system, the ego one, will fade away, and the new one, the one that is in alignment with our true mind, our higher self, will start to become the one we go to. Remember, this is a practical course, and the practicality of it, one of the goals, the practical goals of this course is that we train our mind to the extent that when there is an upset, and there will be an upset in our world as we experience it. Remember, we're in this world, we're not of it, but we're in this world. These lessons are strengthening our spiritual muscle, as it's been called, so that we have a go-to place for these upsets, and they do not knock us off our balance. They do not take away our peace. They do not remove us from our happiness. This is a very well thought out, consistent and constant, well planned course for us to shift everything in our life. Remember, you've heard, change your thoughts, change your life. Well, that's exactly what A Course in Miracles does. So, the introduction to the review, and it says that we understand, of course, that it might be impossible for you to undertake what is suggested. What's being suggested, we have 2 lessons a day now in our review, to do one on the hour, one on the half hour, and then at some point during the day to spend 5 minutes with each one. It is suggested that one of the 5-minute practicing be as soon as we wake up, the second one before we lay our head back down onto our pillow, and to spend 5 minutes going deeper into the review of the lessons that were given today. But it says now that, okay, this is what you're to do in the hour and the half hour, just to remember what the lesson is. And it tells us our learning isn't going to be hampered if we miss a practice session. However, now we have to look at, why did I miss that practicing? Did I miss it because I wasn't able to do it? I was on a Zoom call. I was in a business meeting. I was at a doctor's appointment. What was the reason I missed the practice? Was it because of a situation that I didn't have control, or was it unwillingness? Unwillingness is what will hold us back from achieving the goal of this course. It says unwillingness can be most carefully concealed behind a cloak of situations you cannot control. Learn to distinguish situations that are poorly suited to your practicing at the doctor's from those that you establish to uphold a camouflage of your unwillingness. Oh, I couldn't do it. I was at lunch with my friend. Then it tells us that, and when you've changed your mind, you've missed the practicing, but when you've changed your mind about your goal, go back and do those practicing. If you are unwilling to cooperate in practicing salvation, only if it interferes with goals you hold more dear. Go back to our second lesson, that I've given everything I see all the meaning it has for me. So if I have given something a greater meaning than my own salvation, happiness, or freedom, that will be a block to me practicing these lessons and succeeding in the reversal of this world's thought system. And it tells us, the format for the reviews and the 5 minutes that I've already mentioned. And then as we take these thoughts in and we are given some comments to use, let you, and then begin to think about them while letting your mind relate them to your needs. Have faith in doing this, because give faith that our minds will use these words wisely, the lessons wisely, and we are being helped in this decision by the one who gave us the thoughts to begin with. We have been given these thoughts by the Holy Spirit, by our elder brother, by God. So we will turn to the Holy Spirit for assistance in our practicing of these lessons and let them come into our mind, and then trust that they do. These are two of the main components, the characteristics of a teacher of God: trust and faith. So we are to have both trust and faith in doing these reviews. Trust that we have come this far. Trust and have faith that when I go into my practicing words, wisdom from the Holy Spirit that I have learned and maybe not even aware of it, will come to me to help me and speed me along my way in not only practicing this course, but using this course. Remember, it is practical. It's not meant to be an intellectual exercise. It is meant to be used, because it is in the using of these ideas where the greatest shift in my life, will occur. It says these practice periods are planned to help you form the habit of applying what you learn each day to everything you do. And there was another part earlier that told us that, we are not yet in that practice. We're not yet in the practicing, in the habit of reaching to the day's lesson when there is something that is awry, something that is not as we would have it be. The review gives us a second chance at shifting and learning to do that. Okay, it says, do not repeat the thought and lay it down. Its usefulness is limitless to you, and it is meant to serve you in all ways, all times and places, and whenever you need help of any kind. That's the practicality of these lessons, to be used all the time. And then the paragraph 12 says, each day's review assignments will conclude with a restatement of the thought to use each hour and the one to be applied on the half hour as well. Forget them not. This second chance with each of these ideas will bring such large advances that will come from these reviews with learning gains so great we will continue on more solid ground, with firmer footsteps and with stronger faith. It says, do not forget how little you have learned. Do not forget how much you can learn now, and do not forget your Father's need of you as you review these thoughts that he gave to you. So our two actual lessons for review are on the hour, miracles are seen in light. On the half hour, miracles are seen in light, and light and strength are one. It was review lessons 91 and 92. Miracles are seen in light. We can weave that back to lesson 44. God is the light in which I see. The comments that are given for this is, I cannot see in darkness. Let the light of holiness and truth light up my mind, and let me see the innocence within. And miracles are seen in light and strength are one. Can be woven back to lesson 42. God is my strength. Vision is his gift to me, and I see through strength the gift of God to me. My weakness is the dark his gift dispels by giving me his strength to take its place. And my weakness, all of my weaknesses are dispelled. They're taken away by the strength and the light of God and the miracles that are offered all the time for us. Miracles are abundant. They are our birthright. They are natural. They're here for us now. And that's it for today. I hope this helped. and I hope you practice well. Please like, please share, please subscribe, please comment. Please pray for the willingness to do this, that all of our minds will shift, and we will have an experience that we are meant to have, the glory of God's light shining through our mind towards everyone and everything. Namaste.